Hello everyone and welcome to another video. A while back I created an upload showcasing some of my modifier suggestions for the backdoor sublevel in Roblox stores, and seeing how that video did pretty well I thought I'd showcase some more of my modifier suggestions here. So I've compiled 5 custom-made modifiers and I'll be explaining each one in depth in this video. I don't want to waste any more of your time, so with all of that being said, let's begin. Alrighty, so the first modifier I have created is named Jack Attack. The way this would work is that after encountering Jack for the first time and earning their badge, you would unlock this modifier. What it does is that once equipped, you'll be able to encounter Jack very frequently throughout your run. At first this may seem confusing, as Jack doesn't really have a practical use, but that is until you remember that once you do encounter the entity, they'll actually prevent you from entering the closet they are found in. So essentially, with this modifier enabled, it would make it a lot harder to hide from rush or ambush, as Jack would frequently prevent you from hiding. You would have to make sure you attempt to hide earlier than normal just in case Jack appears and stops you, which creates an interesting challenge. Moving on, the next modifier I've created is named Everything Has a Price. The way this would work is that in order to even pick up items, you'd have to pay a price of gold, similarly to if you were buying the items from Jeff's shop. Naturally, this modifier wouldn't be compatible with ones which influence the spawn chances of items or gold, as it would be kinda pointless to equip this if gold or items can't even spawn. As for the price of items, I'd say that they should be a little more expensive than the prices seen in Jeff's shop, as that way the area doesn't become completely useless, as in order to buy the items for a discounted price you'd still have to go all the way to the shop. Still, this modifier aims to add an extra challenge to obtaining items, and it gives another use to gold, which currently can only be used in Jeff's shop. Next up, the third modifier I have created is named Traffic Jam, and it would be unlocked after successfully crucifying Rush. The way this would work is that each time you encounter Rush, their speed will drastically vary, meaning sometimes they can be very fast, sometimes they can be normal speed, and sometimes they can be very slow. This creates the challenge of perfect timing, as the player has to figure out when to exactly hide from the entity based on their audio cues and movement speed. For example, if Rush is very slow, then players would have to hide right before they come in order to avoid being kicked out by hide, and if Rush is very fast, then they have to get in the closet quickly before being killed. Overall, this modifier aims to add a little more depth to the entity by making it more challenging when it comes to figuring out when they will strike. Moving on, the fourth modifier I have created is named Heart Attack, and the way this would work is that every time you get into a closet there would be a chance to be forced to play the heartbeat minigame. This minigame is typically only encountered by hiding from Figure in a closet, and now it can be played almost anywhere in the game with this modifier active. Failing the minigame, at least the version caused by this modifier and not by Figure, will result in a good chunk of your health being taken away rather than instant death. This modifier aims to create a little more of a challenge when it comes to hiding from entities, and now there will be a chance to have an extra step if you do get into a closet. Lastly, the final modifier I've created is called Isour, and it is by far probably the most difficult. Essentially, this modifier makes it so every entity functions similarly to eyes, where looking at them directly will cause your health to diminish rapidly. Naturally, there would be some quirks to this, such as how Screech can't be affected by the modifiers, you have to look at them in order to dodge them. However, overall the modifier would make it a lot more challenging to handle a bunch of entities. For example, if you encounter Halt, you must complete their minigame without looking at them, meaning you have to look up and down for the whole duration of their challenge. If you encounter Figure, you must be able to locate where they are without seeing them, such as through the use of hearing their footsteps. Really, there are a lot of workarounds you might have to figure out with this modifier due to the challenge it presents. Anyways, those were all of my modifier suggestions for Roblox stores so far. Let me know which ones you liked the best in the comments, and with all of that being said, thank you all for watching and I hope you enjoyed.